Have we started recording?
We are recording. We do have another podcast that you can listen to called Just Another Retrocast. That's released on Thursdays. This one's called the SNEWS Button. This is all about TV, movie news, that sort of thing.
Posters.
Lists.
Type fonts.
Play the music.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SNEWS Button. I was going to say just another retrocast then. Confusing myself.
You're getting ahead of yourself,
The
mate.
SNEWS Button, episode number 22, with a very special guest, Mr. Jon Greenham.
Yay.
Yay. Enthusiastic Mr. Jon Greenham.
Happy to be here.
Cool.
Paul Brown.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Ross Murphy.
Hello.
And me, Chris Quinton.
It's quite terrifying though, recording a
It is.
podcast the first time.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
You all right?
So,
Is it Paul's face? Is that?
it's everyone's
It
face.
can be off-putting, especially when the lights are this bright.
Get nice and close to that mic, mate. Have a
Yep,
minute.
fair enough.
Cool. Be bold.
Careful when he says that. Sometimes it's not a mic. He just says it is.
It's okay. Just worry about that when the blindfold comes out. That's fine. Right. Should we do some consnewming then?
Go on, then.
Do you want to kick off, John?
Was I the only one who saw Justice League?
No, I've seen it too.
Liked it?
I did enjoy it.
Really?
We could do a pretty full review of it in a minute if you like.
Yeah.
Should we go around the other two first?
You guys?
Cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen Justice League, and I will enjoy taking my headphones off and not listening to you two talk about
It's
it.
all right. No spoilers. You'll be fine.
Yeah, well, I haven't been on for 2 weeks, have I?
You've started early on Christmas films, haven't you?
Yeah, but I did watch an absolutely fantastic movie last night
Called?
called Office Christmas Party,
Okay.
and it's hilarious.
TJ Miller.
I literally laughed all the way through it. You know the guy from Silicon Valley?
All the way?
Yeah.
He's in Deadpool.
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah.
In the he's in it. Jason Bateman, I think it is. What's her face from Friends?
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston, that's the one. And yeah,
Olivia Munn. Or Munn. Whatever the hell
Olivia
she's called.
Munn. Yeah, she's in it. She's in like a superhero movie, and she's in one. She's
The
in
last
X-Men,
X-Men
isn't she?
film.
Yeah, and it's just hilarious. I think it's probably my sense of humour. Like it's just a bit silly.
Is it like?
It's like a Kevin Smith movie.
Is it
You-
kind of cringeworthy humour or?
No, there's some pretty like flat gags in it, but it's just funny. It's a bit
Yeah.
over the top, sort of super bad type film. Like
Okay.
It's a frat comedy, really.
yeah, but
Yeah.
some of there's quite a lot of comedians cast in it, and
Yes.
it's quite clear they've been given free rein to just
Do whatever the hell they want.
just do whatever they
comedy-wise.
like, and you can and if you appreciate like comedians doing that thing, and you can sit there and go, that line was definitely not in the script, and it's made that scene so much better.
Right.
There is a lot of that going on.
Okay.
There's a lady, I can't remember where I've seen her in. She plays a drug dealer. She's hilarious. The cab driver's hilarious. I'm assuming that she's a comedian from something like SNL, but she's hilarious, and TJ Miller's hilarious all the way through it as well.
Cool.
And it's just, it's just frat comedy style movie, like a bit like Superbad, but it's just hilarious, and it's probably my favourite Christmas movie.
Straight away. Straight
Yeah,
out of the gate.
Straight away,
Boom.
it's just brilliant.
Good stuff.
Oh, and the only other thing I've seen, and I wasn't here to talk about, was I saw Valerian. And
Yes.
I bloody loved it.
You loved it.
I knew I was going to love it,
Yeah.
and I really, really loved it.
I found
Like
myself.
I nearly watched it again.
Really?
Yeah.
I was-
I don't have enough time to watch all the films I want to watch.
I found myself picking holes in it.
Oh no, I just didn't care.
Really?
It
looks glorious.
Absolutely beautiful.
It looks
isn't
brilliant. Yeah. But it just, the content's a bit disposable.
I just thought it was amazing.
It's just too much of it. As I said before, I think there's too much content. They could have just thinned it out a bit. And I think it would have made a more linear movie through the middle of that lot. Would have been a bit, I don't know, more charming, I suppose.
I don't know. Who's charm? I thought it was. I don't know what.
Got Clive Owen in it, so not too much charm.
Yeah, but he was the baddie. Oh, sorry, spoiler, but he's the baddie. So, but yeah, I did really, really, really enjoyed it. I loved aesthetically. It's just incredible, breathtaking.
Some of the creatures reminded me of stuff that I've seen before. However, that's not a problem. There were certain things that I like the market at the beginning, the interdimensional market.
I mean, some of the shit's straight out Rick and Morty, isn't it? In that respect,
It's just
isn't it?
weird. Like, and how can you have it on one plane in one dimension, but it be like underground and all sorts of things in the other dimension, and the tourists are able to walk around the whole thing.
How can you say that while giving Rick and Morty a blowjob at the same time every time it's an episode?
They've not done anything like that.
Yes, they have. They do a battery inside a battery.
Yeah, but that's nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's
Yeah.
VR though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it still wouldn't work if it were VR, would
It
it?
doesn't matter, does it? It was just fun. It was great.
So anyway, what I'm talking about is there's this market, and like they have to put this headset on to visit another dimension, to be able to see into the other dimension,
Yeah.
to be able to go around this market. But the market is on several levels, and they can go underground and stuff. But the tourists that are walking around this market, that have got the VR headsets and stuff on, are just walking around a big flat desert area. So there's no up and down. There's no stairs going up and down or anything.
No,
So-
they're walking on a linear plane and the dimension is moving up and down.
It sounds a bit like Affleck Palace in Manchester. Yeah.
Affleck's Palace.
Yeah. Similar sort of thing.
Ben
Helps if you-
Affleck.
No, just Affleck. Affleck, but he's been there about
Batman.
30 years.
Hang on.
Nothing to do with him. No.
Bruce Wayne's mansion. Where is it?
Yeah.
Manchester.
Manchester.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
They'll know what I'm on about. If there's any of them lot.
Hello,
listening.
Manchester. Good evening. Well, whatever time of day you're listening to this. Hello.
Yeah, I
Anyway, yeah, so Valerian. I thought it was alright. Ross loved it. Go and watch it at home. Write in. Tell us what you think.
Postcards.
Letters.
Tell Chris,
Emails.
explain to Chris why he's wrong.
Yeah, you can do that. podcast@SNEWnetwork.com. Write in. Let us know. Should we move on?
Yeah, have you got anything else, Ross?
No, that's all I can think of at the moment.
Cool.
But I enjoyed both those films.
Good stuff.
I'm being really particular about what I watch so that I don't end up watching garbage.
And I notice you're still watching Walking Dead. Talk about not watching garbage.
Oh yeah, it is shit, isn't it?
I've not seen any of this
It's
season at all. I'm not even going to bother.
Gotten better, but yeah, I just tend to binge watch it now. I have watched a few, but yeah, it's just been falling apart with every season.
Now it's just like it's just the
Yeah.
most ridiculous gun porn now.
Right.
It's ridiculous. There's some firefights and you're just like, well, where are all these bullets going? 'Cause
Exactly.
nobody's dying.
How come they haven't run out of bullets yet? That's the thing. You know, they're
Aren't they
talking
making
about it.
bullets though? Because in the comic,
One
that's-
apparently is.
In-
Actually, you haven't seen it yet in the show, but
they see the factory in the show, but right in the comic,
Yeah.
yeah, they're making.
you've read them.
Little
haven't you?
long-haired
'Cause,
dude, greasy dude has
the
been making
mullet
bullets.
guy.
Yeah.
Mullet
Yeah.
man. He makes bullets. That's
Yeah.
their
But no, it's more bullets than in a Rambo film at the
It's
moment.
just stupid. I
Right.
hate it. I can't stop watching it because I want to see how bad it is, so that I can stand there and tell people they're wrong.
So you
When
can
they
stand
start
on your
going,
soapbox.
Oh, The Walking Dead's the best show on TV. It's never
God,
been the best show
no.
on TV. It's probably been the shittest show on TV for like the last 7 years. I can't believe it's still going. I'm
You
going to
seen
shut
this
up about it now.
spin-off then?
Oh, I hate that as well.
Right, I was going
Oh,
to say that's the
God.
worst. Yeah,
Fear the Walking Dead.
yeah.
Is it
That was
bad?
all right at the start because the
Uh,
best part of a zombie apocalypse is it happening.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't really see it happen. They kind of skimmed over it. I mean, it was set during, but they.
The
just
thing
didn't
is,
really
it
show
happened in LA, and then they got on a boat. So you got one of the largest metropolitan areas in
and
the
they
world,
left it behind.
and they got on a boat.
Amazing.
Wankers.
And then was it zombies on a boat?
Them getting off land to look at zombies. Pretty
Right.
much look at zombies.
Oh, was it like Freak of the Week, but island hopping style?
Kind
No,
of.
they just went to Mexico and then they left again. Oh, it's fucking. Shut up about The Walking Dead. It's rubbish. All
fine,
of it.
Fine.
I
Like-
hate zombies. Thanks, The Walking Dead. You've ruined zombies. One of my favourite things.
Even the
Ruined.
board game, ruined.
Yeah, the load in the basement. He's just burnt them all now.
Yeah.
Actual
ruined it.
zombies or board games?
No, actual zombies playing board games. That's how you keep them pacified. If there's no meat about.
They love Monopoly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favourite. Eat all the pieces, though. That's the only thing.
Bankers.
Yeah.
Right, Paul.
I'll keep it basic. Lots more Ghost Adventures. I can't get enough of Zach Baggins. I love the man.
I put a trailer up on...
It's brilliant, isn't it?
And when I was searching for that trailer, I didn't realise, but in the background, I'd started the trailer off, and I'd gone back to make some notes and stuff on the podcast.
Yeah.
And it was still running in the background. So, like a half an hour later, I just switched my volume up, and it went... Jesus, what the hell? It was, yeah.
I love it. It's brilliant. And finally got through Stranger Things.
Cool.
Do you know what? I take it all back. I actually preferred the pace. Once I've finished it, I thought the pace and the story was equal, if not slightly better than the first one.
Season 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
For me personally, I just really liked it.
Cool.
It was.
Have you seen it, John?
No, it's kind of I'm actually a good boy. I tend not to pirates, but I haven't got Netflix, so I haven't seen it. I keep saying, "Oh, wait till DVD."
Does it come out on DVD? Stranger Things.
I imagine so.
Has season 1
it
come out?
hasn't. No, not yet.
Really?
I think it's coming out in America, but we still haven't had anything for a UK date.
How
so.
bizarre. You'd think Netflix would be on that, wouldn't you?
You'd thought.
Well, I think the idea is they try and bribe people to subscribe to Netflix.
Yeah, sure.
So.
But surely that period is over.
Well, this is it. I'm getting a point where it's like, fuck it, I'll just. But, you know.
Then again, I suppose releasing a second series enriches the first.
Yeah.
So
Netflix has just gone up in price, actually.
has it?
Yeah.
It's now $7.99. It's $7.99 a month.
Is it?
Ooh.
Cheeky
It's
It's
beggars.
still a fucking bargain.
It
Yeah,
is a
it's still pretty
bargain.
good. Only other thing I can think off the top of my head, memorable that I watched, I caught on YouTube, was a trailer for Deadpool 2 in the style of Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
fantastic.
It's in the news.
That was funny.
I was very impressed.
I knew that was going to happen. The minute you started saying that, I could see Chris going, he's fucking killing him. He's
Oh,
messing with the
mate.
show order.
You're ruining the running order.
Oh,
He's just going to cut
sorry.
that out now.
I was just going to say, cut it out. It's
no,
fine.
No, I won't. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, yeah.
Go
Is
on.
that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we have a go at Justice League then,
Go on, then.
John?
Yeah, I regret already mentioning it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey, can I just say my one thing I know about Justice League?
Go on.
Which is the only thing why I want to watch it. They used in the original scores for some of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny,
Characters, aren't they?
Danny Elfman's score for Batman from
Yeah.
1989 is in there.
and spoiler alert, John Williams' scores in it as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
John Williams' score for Superman, yeah.
Yeah.
I only
Yeah.
heard Superman once. I didn't hear any of Batman, but my friend kept nudging me, just like, it's there, it's there.
Yeah,
You don't even need the Superman. All you need is the dun, 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 dun. That'd be
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Just like 4 or 5 notes,
Yeah,
let alone
absolutely.
4 or 5
Yeah.
bars.
True. I can't actually sing you the Danny Elfman Batman one, so that's...
Is it the same? They used the Elfman theme in Batman the Animated Series
Yeah,
as well,
yeah,
don't
it
they?
was. I can't remember the person who redid it. It was actually, I thought it was better in the animated series, but yeah, someone else did it. She did the score for Final Destination and Willard remake, but I can't
I'd say
remember
we'd
her
look it
name.
up, but I've got no Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
There you go, the curse of the new home. So, yeah, where do you want to start then with this Justice League review? We could have a go at the characters individually.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Cool. Right.
Can I ask? Well, let's start with this. Can
Go
I
on.
ask you both questions? Are you Snyder apologists?
I'm not a Snyder apologist. I think he's done some very good work.
I
What you mean
Uh,
when he's making a shot-for-shot remake of a comic book? He's brilliant.
no.
Like 300 and Watchmen.
300 is it was
Oh,
good
I
the
thought
first
it
time
did.
around. I think the second time around I didn't enjoy it as much. Watchmen I could honestly watch over and over again.
I find him kind of soulless, to be honest. I don't mind his work, but well, actually, yeah, I do. Yeah, he's not an actor's director.
I kind of secretly love Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it looks glorious, but it's a piece of poo rolled in glitter, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I like that World War One sequence where I just want to play the video.
I
game of
need
that.
to watch it again. Like I remembered, like being drunk and just watching it with a friend and going, "This is bullshit."
Yeah, but Chris, you probably
It's
watched,
absolute bullshit.
You'd also watch it in 480p on a phone screen and then complain about it.
Yeah, but there's more to a film than how it looks.
Yeah,
You need the complete package, don't you?
yeah script helps.
No,
and,
there's just something off about his stuff. He's got all the superhero visuals that have been, I'll say, taken from other, forefathers' work. And but no, there's just certainly with Watchmen, it's such a powerful story, but there was so much emotion from other characters just didn't make it through for me, from
Fair
the
enough.
comics.
I never read the comic before. I've read some of it since.
Yeah.
Watchmen, I mean. And yeah, I don't know. I became a fanboy of Watchmen and a lot of what's the artist's name? Miller, the writer's name? Is it
Yeah.
Miller?
No, it's not Frank Miller. It's
It's the other one, isn't it?
Alan
Moore.
I'm a
Alan
wizard.
Moore.
Yeah.
That's
So
the one.
Chris, when
I'm
did
an
you
actual wizard.
first start watching Men? And what was
Well, I think I was about 12.
what was it that really got you into keeping this up, so to speak?
How old was I? I must
That's
have been mid-20s when it came out.
You were that late?
Yeah, I think so.
Crikey!
Well, it was that late.
Jesus, the film is about a decade old now.
It is.
Oh,
But yeah,
God.
so Justice League. Look, let's start with Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman. What did you think?
She was perhaps the best thing. No, I don't want to say the best thing about her. She was good. I was certainly impressed with her from Wonder Woman because I remember from the Fast and Furious flicks, and when I first heard her, I was like, she's not got the charisma, but
She has, hasn't she? She's got
she
a lot
has.
of charisma.
She's did notice there was a lot of shots from between her legs and from behind.
Yeah, somebody else pointed that out to me actually, and said that's probably a bit Zack Snyder.
I was going to say it's probably Joss Whedon as well. I'm just basing it on Avengers and whenever Scarlett Johansson was.
Michael Bay working as a bit of a shadow producer there.
Yeah.
I don't really like Wonder Woman as a character generally because I think she's a bit too camp. I have this trouble with a lot of DC's heroes, but she's kind of like the pinnacle of campness in DC. And, the lasso of truth is it's a bit weird. But, yeah, still, she comes across very well on screen. Superman, I thought he was very good, but I did find myself watching that upper lip all the time, looking for the bloody fuzzed out moustache. and you can see it. You really can.
This is the thing. I didn't hear anything about it until after the film. I was like, there was a what? And I just couldn't see it. Well, I wasn't paying attention, but there was a lot of bad CGI overall.
Overall, yeah, true. There are certainly elements. I mean, a lot of this film's on green screen.
They should have just kept it in, give it a cape, and said it was super slug.
I heard I think it was on a podcast. No, I think I might have read it on One Perfect Shot. People said they just it just needed another 6 months of post-production.
Right.
Because it's got noticeably poor effect shots in it.
Yeah, it was. You could so tell when there were, even just regular background. You could tell when it was green screen.
I know. I'm assuming that movie was like 90% green screen as well.
Based on what? Yeah, I'd say so.
Like probably
Every
10,000 effect shots in that film.
Every single photograph I've seen of people on set is gone green screen. I've not seen any on location shooting at all.
Only bit was no, that'll be spoilerish, but it's near the beginning. Batman goes traveling. That's the only bit where I thought that wasn't it wasn't green screen, and
there's a big chunk of that missing. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa's Aquaman.
Well, actually, compared to the comics, yeah, he did a good job. I like him not as kind of like as an action star. Because I did see the Conan film, and there's a lot wrong with it. He wasn't problem. He's not a great actor, but he's definitely has it for like a B-movie action star thing. If Conan had been good and successful, then yeah, I think he would have gotten into that Statham, Van Damme type of stuff. And this, he's okay. I don't think he gets to do much talking as perhaps he could have done.
Yeah, his script fell apart by the end of the movie. That he was literally down to "my man" and that was it. And you didn't hear anything conversational from the guy for the whole of the second half of the film. And again, though, but to start with, he looked quite dark and brooding and kind of like a well thought out character. And by the end of it, he was just a surfer dude.
Yeah.
No
yeah,
sexualized crotch shots from him.
No.
So I was thinking if there was a balance there, and you think, well, fair enough.
If you like, he is topless a fair amount. So yeah, there's that.
You've got that going for you, Paul. Yeah, you can go and, check it out.
As long as there's a balance there.
Cyborg, Ray Fisher.
It was only one of two characters who actually was going actual emotion. Plot really.
He's a bloody good actor.
What's he
But
been
just
in?
going by this,
Oh.
they've taken him from Broadway. He's a stage actor,
Oh.
so I think it's his first movie.
Yeah, it was okay. But like I say, it was only one of out of the 5 of them. There was only 2 characters that were giving any real story emotion.
I like the way that, because I don't like Cyborg as a character. I think he's always used as like a MacGuffin or plot device, same thing.
Yeah.
But they handled him really well. He's quite interesting because he's like just been through this really traumatic experience, and then he's like hiding in the shadows, not really wanting to be part of this group. And that was an interesting take on it. I liked it. Again, loads of stuff with this guy missing from the movie, from the trailers though.
Yeah.
Still, we'll get to that in a mo. Ezra Miller, The Flash.
I didn't like the character, but yeah, again, was one of the positive things was they gave him kind of a story arc. I know it's the same character from the TV show, but it's
same story arc and stuff
just
as well.
not canon. They made him hyperactive. I want to say attention deficit disorder.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I probably have misdiagnosed that, but yeah, it was quite deliberate, just by how he was.
Certainly hyperactive in his attitude, and kind of everything's like, really excited about everything. You can see it in his eyes, and sometimes there's just a bit too much of it.
Yeah,
but it was fun. They gave him. He was like your comic relief.
Yeah,
he's like, there's a lot of humour with him. So.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of times when I thought he took hits from really big, powerful characters twice. And I thought he'd be a goner. The Flash is like a bit more flimsy than that.
Yeah.
Still, it was enjoyable. Go on, Ben Affleck.
Hated him. I honestly, I've never liked Ben Affleck as an actor.
I like him. I've got no problem with Ben Affleck.
What about as Batman?
Yeah, I quite like it.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, for me, it's just a case of, he's got the chin, he's got the hair, but then again, so is Bruce Campbell, and he wouldn't make a good Batman, so it's the same thing here. I don't think he does a good job. Batman was all over the place as a character, just as much as I say Aquaman was. And
there's with the massive amounts that are missing from the film, because we may as well say this now, it was a 2 hour and 45-minute movie originally. It's now 2 hours.
Yeah.
They were forced by Warner Brothers to cut it down. I say they, Joss Whedon, I suppose, was forced by Warner Brothers to cut it down to 2 hours and 1 minute, including the credits. That's a lot of film missing, isn't it?
Well, I was going to say, from what, I'm only hearing this hearsay, was that Snyder wasn't happy with his final cut anyway.
No. The whole of the ending's changed, I think.
Yeah. I think actually this is another problem with the film, is that you can actually tell the bits where Joss Whedon wrote the humour. It's like
there's certainly a couple. We'll discuss that again in a second as well, and Green Lantern as well. Sorry, joke.
Prick.
Amy Adams as Lois Lane. I fucking love her. I think she should have got an Oscar last year for Arrival. I thought she was brilliant in this.
She was good in that.
And Karen Hines as Steppenwolf. Just, I don't know. It just feels like
the actor. I had to think about it.
He's the guy that he was in Game of Thrones, wasn't he?
And
he was the leader of the Wildlings.
Yeah, and he was in Ghost Rider 2.
Oh, was he? I don't think I've seen Ghost Rider 2.
Don't.
But
yeah.
Okay, I won't. But yeah, another really terrible bad guy. I think it reminded me too much of Ares in Wonder Woman, and I hated that bad guy.
I've already forgotten about Ares in Wonder Woman, so I'll forget this character. Again, more bad CGI, and this didn't seem like the whole threat was real.
I agree with you with the bad CGI, because he reminded me straight away of one of the vampirical creatures from I Am Legend. Like in his facial structure and just the way he was when he was talking and stuff. But as far as I understand, the actor himself didn't spend a single minute on set, so it's 100% CGI.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Vocally, he was okay, but it was just a rubbish character.
Moments that are missing from the film. So some bits that I picked up on. There's a hero shot of Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Cyborg sort of standing there poised for battle from the front. That's missing. There's 2 trailer shots of Victor Stone, so that's Cyborg, before he becomes Cyborg. There's one of him playing football, and there's another one of him looks like he's going to school or something, carrying some books around and stuff. That's not in there.
So yeah, it's probably a longer prologue of him somewhere.
The whole Superman proposal thing where he says about, I'll take that as a yes, and that's a completely different shot. It's been shot entirely again. So that's all missing. Jeremy Irons talking to somebody off screen, like implying that it's Superman, and oh yes, I'm glad to see you, or something he says in the trailer.
Yeah,
We were hoping you'd show up, and that's not in there.
Yeah,
Well, I suppose that's because the way that Superman's brought back is different.
I mean, I know sometimes, obviously, with some films, they'll just make shots deliberately for a trailer. I've heard it. I haven't looked at it. There's a signing thing for people to sign to see Zack Snyder's original cut.
Yeah, there's a petition. Yeah. As of this morning, it's reached just over 60,000 of its 150,000 signature target. So, if you want to sign a petition to see Zack Snyder's movie, you can go and sign that. I googled Zack Snyder Justice League petition, and I found it very, very quickly.
Did you sign it?
Yes, I did, but it's hopeless. You won't see it.
Well, they'll put out an alternative cut, but it won't be like the final cut because he didn't get a chance to finish it, really. So
You'll get an ultimate version, which will be its full 2 hour and 45 run length. But like they've literally changed so much of this film, it would be a different movie. But yeah, so they're calling for Junkie XL's score as well to replace Danny Elfman's, which is fine. But I did like Danny Elfman's score. So and other quick bits that were missing. Bruce Wayne didn't ride a horse to visit Aquaman's hometown. What else? Oh yeah, the bit with Cyborg flying along with a helmet wasn't in there. Ezra Miller, that's a good one. Ezra Miller fighting a soldier dude in like a hallway where he zips round him. That bad guy, if you look, that type of bad guy wasn't even in the film anymore. Because they're all like the demon types with wings now. And this dude was like a henchman soldier type thing. And this is
all because of changes in post-production, because it's just effect shot after effect shot, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah.
It sounds like a hot mess.
It's not effect shot after effect shot. It's actual big, large elements that have been cut to get this runtime down, or bits that won't ever appear in the movie now because they're old Zack Snyder shots.
Yeah.
Why don't they do this with Batman v Superman?
What, reshoot it?
Yeah, make it an hour and a half.
Well, they did cut it down to 2 hours, didn't they?
All of these
version was
movies,
2 hours long.
Yeah,
apart
you're
from
right.
Wonder Woman, all these movies are a blur of just darkness.
I like Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, but you apologise for everything, Chris.
It's not apologising. It's not
you
a bad film.
You like good things and you like bad things.
You're just weird.
No, you're the weird one.
So, overall then.
It's better than Batman vs Superman. It's not the worst Batman film ever made. It's not the worst Superman film ever made. It is the worst Cyborg film ever made, though.
The worst Cyborg film ever made?
Yeah.
It's the only one that's ever been made, isn't
I know. But yeah,
which also makes it the best as well.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have thought of that. Yeah, basically, if you like Batman vs Superman, go see this.
I'd say that, actually.
If you liked Wonder Woman but you hate Batman vs Superman, it's somewhere in between.
So many Green Lanterns out of 10.
1 Sinestro core by the sound of it.
Yeah. 5 rings out of a platoon?
No, they're just cores, aren't they?
Is it just a core?
Yeah.
Okay, 5 out of a core then.
Core.
They tend to just kick about in at most 2 a pair. Unless
Do
it's
they?
really kicking off and then the whole Green Lantern core's involved. Including the Green Lantern that's a fucking planet.
That one is cool. Look, Ross, I think
He's
you
dead
should.
now.
I think you should go and see this movie.
Really?
Yeah, I think you should.
Or can I just wait for it to come out?
There are sections of it you'd really like. Yeah,
know.
you can wait for it for home video. In honesty,
Emphasis on
Home
sections.
video. What,
Home
Grandad?
video, that's brilliant.
sorry,
Oh yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Films are
Retrocast.
getting so long now. There's VHS isn't long enough to fit a film on.
This is very true. Right. Anyway, so yeah, look, this will bring us nicely into the news because it's topped the box office this weekend, which is kind of unsurprising. It's taken 96 million domestically and 281 million worldwide. And it's healthy, but it's the worst DC EU opening. It's knocked Thor Ragnarok from the top spot, and in actual fact that's gone down to third because there's a film about a little kid called Wonder that you may have seen advertised at the start of, well, I don't know if you've been to the cinema recently, but it's quite smartly been pitched against Justice League. I think if people don't want to see a superhero movie, this looks like it's a heartfelt, like, take your hankies to the cinema kind of. Oh.
Well, yeah, because once Coco comes on general release, it's doomed, isn't it?
What, Justice League?
No, the Wonder.
Yeah, true. When's Coco out? Next week, isn't
I
it?
think it's out in limited release now, isn't it?
Okay.
In America, I think it is next weekend.
Yeah,
don't know
I think
about here, though. I've got a funny feeling
apparently
we're getting it Christmas.
they're back on track and it's an absolute masterpiece.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It is supposed to be fantastic, yeah. Listen to last week's podcast. You can hear us talking about that?
I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't mean you.
Oh.
I meant the listeners,
No,
really.
but I did.
Yeah, I
But
know.
you didn't. I listened
I
to
know.
both of them as well.
Did you?
Fucking nerds. Let's talk about Transformers for 45 minutes.
Do you know that one was actually painful for me?
No, it was alright actually. It was fun. I enjoyed
Was
it.
it? I
Yeah.
found it painful, that one.
Didn't talk about Hot Rod enough though.
We
Well, I
didn't
did-
touch on him at all, did we?
I was falling asleep at this point. I was just sort of just going on autopilot.
Was it a long evening? Because the first podcast was a long podcast.
It was,
Well, it was long. Adam wasn't
yeah.
in the second one. I was
Yeah,
like, oh, this has gone on a bit.
I think Adam just left a bit early.
yeah,
Anyway, look.
What, like before midnight?
way before.
Way before. Right, Thor Ragnarok itself has passed 700 million worldwide box office, and it's more than on track apparently to hit 800 million, which will make it the third consecutive Marvel film to accomplish that in 2017. It's quite impressive.
That's why they do it.
I actually prefer the way that they've structured their films. I think, DC being so late into the game, they've had to. It's a clusterfuck, isn't it? They have to introduce characters in films as they go instead of being able to pace it like Marvel have, and they've just got the ticket, haven't they? Marvel. They're just on the
They're
ball.
on it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't argue that.
I'm fucking bored of all of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying them, but I'm preferring the ones that have more
I didn't
focus
see
on
Guardians
comedy.
of the Galaxy 2 at the cinema. That just says it all, really.
That does say quite a lot,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I hit peak
Judgy.
superhero movie. I haven't watched. I think I've watched them all at home recently.
You've got
I've enjoyed
superhero.
them.
You've got superhero fatigue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was never that into. I'll tell you what. By the end of next year, I'll have Star Wars fatigue as well,
Yeah.
and then I might as well just hang myself. I have life fatigue.
You don't want to see the films that are propping up cinema in the modern age.
No,
No.
no, because what they're not doing is letting artists be artists.
No.
It's not like we can go.
Thor-
It's fine. Just make loads of shit films because every now and then somebody will make a brilliant film. That's not happening.
People who have seen Thor Ragnarok would disagree with you because that is a change from the norm. As in, I mean, I saw that this week as well. So, just ever so briefly, the scripting. Well, I guess a lot of it's been ignored because I think like 90% of the movie is what's the word? Improvised, and you can really tell it in places. It's funny, but it doesn't hold together particularly well. But it is refreshing. So, yeah, that's not a director being forced by the studio.
Look, I know that they've got serious about not milking comic book movies when they let Kevin Smith direct one.
Oh, no.
Is that
no,
a safe
no,
thing
no,
to do?
no.
I don't
No,
like Kevin
no,
Smith.
No, I don't either. Just no.
You're both wrong.
There's another guy that
he's
used to be
too-
good.
He's too geeky, nerdy. I think he'll put in too
We
many
literally
references.
sat recording a podcast talking about
Yeah,
Justice
but
League.
well, no, this is. This I think is the problem is with so many fanboys as directors is that they're now wanting to put too many references and things. It's
You'll have little boxes coming up in the corner that say, "See issue number 457."
yeah.
So does that
exactly.
does that mean both of you are glad that you didn't see Edgar Wright's Ant-Man?
I'd love to see Edgar Wright's Ant-Man.
It would have been interesting. There would have probably been one or two references, but I could go either way, really.
And so you don't. both
I-
don't want
I've
Joss
got
Whedon
faith.
to direct any comic movies.
Why would you say that?
Not overly keen on him. But again, he has so far has proven that he can't. Although there's a lot of things wrong with Joss Whedon at the moment for me. But he hasn't put in a lot of geek culture references, whereas Kevin Smith feels the need to and urge to. You couldn't get him to direct a truly serious drama because at some point, if he was to say do Schindler's List, he'll just have this really small Star Wars reference at some point in it.
He'd probably do a better job of Superman than Tim Burton was going to. Other than that,
Yeah, anyone can direct a movie better than Tim Burton.
have you seen like the documentary about the Superman film that didn't happen?
I know, I haven't.
The
No,
Tim
I
Burton
won't
movie.
see
I want to see that.
It's
Is it
called.
really good?
I think it's called The Return of Death of Superman or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith's in that, isn't he?
Kevin Smith has got something to do with that documentary.
Yeah.
It might actually be narrated by him.
Yeah.
It's probably about 5 or 6 years old now. But yeah, go and watch that. That's really interesting. Right, so yeah. DC crossing over with the Watchmen, as it happens.
Watchmen.
The comic Watchmen. Sorry.
Hmm.
Did I not say Watchmen?
I'm watching the Watchmen.
He's just
Who watches the Watchmen?
confusing it. Well, we know he watches men, and he's just confusing it with
The Watching Men.
yeah.
They're
Look,
looking at you.
The bloody crossover comic came out this week, and it's being described. Well, I've seen a review that called it a stunning accomplishment.
I take it that wasn't from Alan Moore.
No.
No.
No, he's probably not going to like it, is he?
No.
But I'm going to go and buy it.
He's going to like the check that comes through the post, though, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
To
the
his little
royalties.
Hobbit hole in Devon with wizarding.
Very true. So that's out this week. You can go and have a look. Maybe write in and tell us what you think about that as well. Still talking about comics and comic book stuff. There's a X-Men spin-off planned with James Franco. Multiple Man. Does anyone know the character? No, nor did I. So I looked it up, and it's a guy that can clone himself. And apparently Dr. Xavier builds him a suit so that he can control his powers, and that malfunctions, and he goes batshit crazy.
I think I saw him in X-Men Evolution, the 2000 cartoon series that was cashing on X-Men, the movie, I mean. But it wasn't a major character, it was just like a teenage boy in the background, just a ball hits him and suddenly there's like several of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds like it.
Yeah.
So no actual anything other than James Franco's attached to it at the moment. No script been written, no director, nothing like that. So
I
maybe
think by the time it comes out, I think the superhero fatigue will, it'll just be,
we're talking well in the future, aren't we? Spider-Man spin-off,
Venom.
Morbius, the living vampire. Another one to accompany Venom. So Sony are pushing ahead with this one. It's another character piece about this guy, Michael Morbius, who is a Nobel Prize winning biochemist who tries to cure a rare blood disease using an experimental
rays?
treatment that combines electroshock therapy and vampire bats.
Of course it does.
Doomed to fail,
Yeah.
doomed to be a vampire, isn't he? An electric vampire.
Actually,
yeah, why not?
Some reason I've got this feeling that would actually work.
Electrocuting vampire bats.
Yeah.
Anyway, something you're not telling us, John, about your private life. Anyway, Incredibles. There was a trailer for that this week. In actual fact, there were two very important superhero trailers. Paul's
Just
already
a
mentioned
teaser,
one.
wasn't it, for Incredibles. It's like a minute.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but it's quite a nice little teaser. Gives you an idea of what they're doing and where the film's going to go. If it's all about how far did they get with Jack's powers in the first movie? Can you remember?
He didn't have any.
None
Well,
at all.
He could fly,
He
didn't he? Learned how to
had
fly
at
towards
the
the
end.
end, didn't he?
It was at the end. There was a
Or he's super
short,
strong or something.
came with the DVD release, DVD Blu-rays. I know I watched it, but I think it's something to do with the babysitter having to look after him and then doing all these special powers.
But yeah, so baby losing control of these massive powers that are turning up and stuff, and it should make for an interesting movie.
Yeah, why not?
Be all right. Samuel Jackson's back as, what was his name? Mr. Cool or something? Who knows?
Mr. Ice.
Can't remember what his name was. Anyway, and Deadpool 2.
Trailer was funny as hell. It's my kind of humour, really. I knew Bob Ross before Actually, I don't know how he suddenly became popular again, but my
I
mum.
think he's being rerun on PBS, and
He is, yeah.
it's people have gone on the internet and just gone, oh, just watch Bob Ross. It's just chilling out.
His entire series is on Netflix as well. You just put it on the background and chill the fuck out.
Yeah, because
Joy
it's
of
on
Painting,
PBS
right?
because it's on PBS in America. It's on Netflix in the UK.
Is it called The Joy of Painting?
The Art of Painting or something, isn't it?
I think it is The Art of Painting. Because my mum used to watch him, and since she got cable, I think she found him on that channel. But he is PBS original, so yeah, wouldn't surprise me if this. It's like 10, 15 years of him doing the show.
Is it really that long?
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit tons of it.
Amazing. I know he's like appeared and been parodied in lots of different things, including Family Guy
Yeah.
and stuff. And paint a nice little tree over here, and then we'll paint a little bird in the tree, but he's hidden in the tree, and you don't have to tell anyone. And if you do, I'll come to your house and I'll cut you.
He was actually a badass, apparently, back
Yeah.
in the day. Before he started painting, he was...
Did he start painting to chill him out?
Pretty much, as far as I'm aware, he was some kick-ass guy in the military.
All right.
Mm.
Yeah, and when
Is that why he grew that fro?
Yeah.
He
he's-
just could. He's like, I'm not in the military anymore. I'm just going to grow it.
Yeah,
Nice. Fact for the day.
there you go.
But yeah, so the synopsis for Deadpool 2 has been released as well. Did anyone read this?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, you've seen the trailer but
Go on,
not read
hit
the
us
synopsis.
with it.
Okay, doesn't make a lot of sense. After surviving a near-fatal bovine attack, a disfigured cafeteria chef, Wade Wilson, struggles to fulfill his dream of becoming Maybury's hottest bartender while also learning to cope with his lost sense of taste. Searching to regain his spice for life, as well as a flux capacitor, Wade must battle ninjas of the Yakuza and a pack of sexually aggressive canines as he journeys around the world to discover the importance of family, friendship and flavour, finding a new taste for adventure and earning the coveted coffee mug title of World's Best Lover.
Yeah.
So I guess there's some kind of like clues as to what they're going to do with the movie in there. Flux capacitor, that suggests time travel, doesn't it? Battling Yakuza ninjas. Well, it looked like there were possibly some Japanesey type shots in the super quick flashing images at the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sexually aggressive canines? I don't know.
That definitely wasn't in the trailer.
He was behind the tree when he was painting. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that trailer is linked below, and so is the one for Incredibles 2. Does anyone like Motley Crue?
No.
No?
Overrated band, I think.
So you wouldn't be interested in a movie?
Not really.
No?
Don't
Yeah.
remember them, so.
There's one coming. Based on a book called The Dirt, Confessions of the World's Most Notorious Rock Band.
Yeah, it'd be quite fun to watch.
Yeah, they're a pretty rock and roll bunch, aren't they?
Yeah.
Throwing TVs out of windows and stuff. I don't know if that's them. It's just a load of drugs, I think, isn't it?
Drugs and sexing and that. And
Nikki Sixx, and who's the guy that used to go out
Oh.
with Pamela Anderson? Tommy Lee?
Oh,
He was one of them, wasn't
yeah,
he?
he was, wasn't he? Yeah.
in that case, I've lost interest.
Have you seen
already.
the video of Liam Gallagher making a cup of
I
tea?
thought you were going to see their home sex video.
No.
But
It's hilarious. He's making his cup of tea, and he's been interviewed or something. He's just making a cup of tea, and he's like, back in the 90s, I didn't have to make a cup of tea. I had about 5 people making a cup of tea.
What the?
Like I'd have a little guy there boiling the kettle, one doing the milk, one doing the sugar. Our kid over here like washing up the cups. Bloody iTunes ruined it all. Money's tight now, isn't it? Get paid like 1p off of one single. He's like, no wonder rock and roll's dead. It's like in his real typical twattish manner. He's really pathetic, isn't he? By going, yeah, if you don't pay us, we're not going to be able to smash anything up. And that's why the music industry's grinding to a halt.
Anyway, what about a Mario Brothers animated movie?
Wow.
Yeah, if it's done properly, it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
It'll work better than the movie. As soon as they announced the original movie, it was like you're making a film about a guy that eats magic mushrooms and then goes around jumping on turtles and banging blocks with his head. You know, it's like
Thought you were going to say Princess Daisy, but yeah.
That's an image of Bob Hoskins I didn't want.
Was Princess Daisy in the original film?
Yeah.
The original
I
film.
think that was it. 'Cause she was originally called Princess Toadstool, and I think it
Ah.
was around that time. Yeah, she became Daisy.
Yeah, but Daisy and Peach aren't the same character.
Yeah.
Oh
Good
yeah,
point.
you're right.
Yeah, there are 2 of them.
Yeah, there's Peach. Peach is pink. Daisy is.
Why are there 2
I
of them?
think Daisy's from Super Mario Brothers 2. It doesn't
no,
matter.
yeah.
Semantics. It is Princess Daisy in the film, though. Isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember.
Samantha
I've seen it once, and
Uh,
what's it? 20 years old now?
That's got to be more
25,
than
I
that,
think.
innit? Yeah.
So
24,
yeah,
25.
you can understand why I've not been back to watch it.
So,
Yeah.
who's going to be in charge of the production of this one? then?
Illumination, which
Is
is
that anything to do with Disney?
hang on a
No,
sec.
there are.
Universal.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Despicable Me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
well,
right,
it could
yeah.
work then.
Yeah, well, they're very good. Despicable
I'll
Me.
tell you who
yeah.
would have been a really good team to do it, with the team behind Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Ah,
But they're
Who's
Sony,
that, DreamWorks?
They're owned by Sony.
is it
so
DreamWorks?
No, they're a Sony company.
Oh, it's so are DreamWorks, though, aren't they?
DreamWorks. No, they're independent, but I think they might have struck a deal with Sony.
I thought it was Sony DreamWorks. Perhaps I've just seen that at the start of a film somewhere. And, well, okay. So what's the deal? So do we want to see Red Hat Mario, Green Hat Luigi, like literally adventures in Mario Land on screen?
I was going to say,
That'd be
yeah,
brilliant.
I think
Let's
that's
do that.
you'd have
Yeah.
to stick to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
again.
look, just do it like Wreck-It Ralph.
Is it a bit cheesy?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that could be the
but
charm
who
of it.
cares?
For the same reason, I'd hate to see Sonic the Hedgehog as
It's-
a bloody movie.
There was
So
an animated
keep
series,
threatening
wasn't
it.
it? It just
Yeah,
didn't
but
work.
Sonic's not a likable character one tiny bit.
Do you think Mario is?
Yeah, he's charming and endearing, and there's
I know a girl that used to fancy Sonic. I know, that's weird.
It's a bit odd, isn't it?
You have us lads
they're
falling
called
for girls.
furries now.
Are they?
Yeah. Yeah.
What girls that like, or people that like?
Like dressing up
Yeah,
as
that's the
animals.
weird thing they did with the Dreamcast ones. No, it wasn't the Dreamcast ones, was it? Like I'm sure in the cartoon, Sonic ends up with a girlfriend, and she's supposed to be human. And you go, but he's a blue hedgehog.
Anyway, so yeah, I suppose with Mario, that's the one thing about the live action movie is that thinking back, like you were
Couldn't
saying,
possibly
it's
worse.
about a couple of plumbers that chase fungi around, and they've got a big like giant turtle evil bad guy. The source material is batshit crazy,
Yeah.
so it's no wonder the film's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
To be honest, what the hell could you do if you were given a budget of like, I don't know, 27 million and said and the license to make a Mario movie, and you can't animate? What do you do?
Yeah. I'm
Spend a whole lot on mushrooms, mate.
Oh yeah, I'd,
Yeah.
be,
Imagine
I'd
your
be
own.
like Homer Simpson in that episode where he takes over running the garbage company, and he's like, "They let me sign my name with a stamp because I'd just be broke at the end of it, and the film would be white hot garbage."
Fair enough. Well, fingers crossed this won't be. Are we interested in a Fantastic Beasts sequel?
That's what's happening, isn't it?
There's definitely
Yes.
publicity photos of it.
Yeah, it's going to be 4 more.
4 fucking
Yeah.
hell.
The first Fantastic Beast film was, I'll say, average on the Harry Potter scale.
Average on the Harry Potter scale.
Oh, so it was
Interesting.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not very like Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'd put
Well,
it
let's
way
compare
above.
that. Yeah, I'll probably get dragged to see it. I'll probably take my mum,
Fair enough. I will probably go myself because the first one impressed me that much. We saw it at the cinema, actually. It was very good. But yeah, the sequel's going to be called The Crimes of Grindelwald, which means he gets a bit more of a part, doesn't he? Because that was Johnny Depp's character popping up at the end,
Oh, no.
Grindelwald. So yeah, unfortunately, it means more Johnny Depp, but
No.
we'll see.
Any hints of what these crimes might be?
Oh, he's like the...
Sex pest type
He's-
of thing?
He's the Emperor Palpatine to Voldemort's Darth Vader, isn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah, he is, yeah. So he's like the big bad before
So
Voldemort came
shoplifted
along.
and stuff like that. Then, yeah.
He's supposed to be like Hitler, isn't he?
Well, actually, he's actually more Darth Plagueis to Emperor Darth Sidious, but that's semantics.
It's also very geeky.
Yep. But
Anyway.
then I went there, didn't I?
You did. Right. Yeah, it probably means Colin Farrell won't be in it as well. I don't know if that matters to anyone. I'd
Yeah.
prefer to see Colin Farrell on screen than bloody Johnny Depp.
Johnny
but
Depp, yeah.
there you go.
One's a sellout, one isn't. So, yeah.
Well,
Colin Farrell was good in that film, I thought.
Yeah,
I was
it was
annoyed
good.
when he... spoiler alert, there's a Scooby-Doo bit at the end where Colin Farrell's head gets ripped off and underneath's Johnny Depp.
I suppose it is. Classic Scooby-Doo. Anyway, look, don't know when it's coming out or anything like that at this stage, but there is a cast photo been released this
Is
week,
it
if you like that
Christmas?
kind of thing.
Is it likely to be
No, it won't
Christmas
be Christmas.
2018? Or?
I think it's going to be next year.
Yeah.
When was the last one out? It must have been
Last year.
summer?
This year. No, it was Christmas time last year.
Was it?
January time, yeah.
Ah, well. What about Stripes? Do you remember the movie Stripes from the 80s?
Yeah, wasn't that
Yeah.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd, wasn't it?
No,
was,
it was
he was in it.
Harold Ramis.
Oh yeah, that
Egon.
was yeah.
Who?
Egon.
Is this
from
the film
Ghostbusters.
that isn't Good Morning Vietnam?
That's the one.
Ivan Reitman movie.
Yeah, that was 81, was it?
It was, yeah,
Yeah.
well done. So 1981, cabbie John Winger, Bill Murray, gets fired from his job and loses his girlfriend. He decides to sign up to the army and then gets into a load of trouble for taking a vehicle accidentally across enemy lines. I don't remember it very well. But is it funny?
Moments.
Of its time, it's Bill Murray. You can't go wrong.
Would we be happy with a TV adaptation?
It's
Would we care?
Yeah,
Does
this is it.
Does it seem a bit
Do
pointless?
we give a shit?
What about Catch-22 TV adaptation? Has anyone read it?
No, who's it by again?
What, the writer? Fuck.
It's,
I have to Google that. Joseph Heller. Do you know anything about the plot? Anyone?
Gotta be honest now.
Nothing? Okay. It's
Spy drama?
it's more kind of like a Air Force situation comedy
Is it?
taking place during the war. And like
Which war?
they've all got weird names, World War II.
Right.
Because they're flying bombers and stuff. George Clooney's
Adaptation.
going for it anyway. He's involved with the project.
Yeah, I'm out.
Ah,
If you're a fan of Catch-22 the book and you like George Clooney,
Not really.
then good for you. If you're Paul, then none of this matters.
I've got Zach Baggins to watch.
Zach Baggins.
Yeah.
What's that?
Ghost Adventures.
Oh, right, yeah, of course. Let's try and find something else you might be interested in. Quinton Tarantino.
yeah, he used to be really good film director once upon a
Yeah.
time.
no. Sorry, I'm negative on Tarantino.
What? No films by Tarantino?
I watched them. I
Every
just
movie he made in the 90s.
I just tend to find his films. They're the best bits are usually the opening credits. To be honest, just also find a lot of the best scenes in the films I've seen in other films.
Fair enough.
So what's he producing? A film called Turn the Blind Eye?
To what?
Well,
Is this
these accusations recently, wasn't it? That
Weinstein?
yeah.
Okay, so he's moved his project away from the Weinstein Company.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
So
No, it was just a gag. It was a really badly hit gag.
Yeah.
If it- if
Oh,
it
it
had
was
kept-
a reference to a contemporary news
if
that we'd all forgotten about.
contemporary
No,
news,
no,
not
it's-
mainstream news,
It's
news that is plaguing us and will do for months.
Yep.
So he's had a bit of a wrinkle because of the fact he had to move it away from the Weinstein Company, but that means he's been punting his movie around Hollywood. And I thought it was his last film because he said he was going to do 10 and that's it. He's out.
yeah, that's bullshit.
It's also an arbitrary figure, isn't it? It's like, why did he just go, I'm just going to pick a number and stick to it? Why?
I thought this was number
You got a
10, but
story to tell?
he's-
Tell it.
he's counting Kill Bill as 2 movies.
Yeah, I thought it. Yeah, that's
as
strange.
one movie, sorry.
Oh yeah, I was going to say yeah.
Yeah, so he's got one more after this. This one, though, is going to be all about the times surrounding the life of Charles Mason.
Well, I was going to
Charles
say
Manson,
it's,
sorry.
That was the original story. They've now corrected that's only going to be a little bit, but yeah,
He
Sharon
died
Tate's
today,
gonna be-
didn't he?
He
Yep.
did. Funnily enough, he's talking to Tom Cruise about this movie.
No, already sucks.
Can you imagine Tom Cruise in a bloody Tarantino movie? He's also talking to Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt.
I think it's Margaret Robbie he's talking about Sharon Tate. am I
Yeah,
wrong?
Margot Robbie's going to be playing actress Sharon Tate, who was Roman Polanski's wife. It was killed
Yeah.
by
The Manson
killed by
family.
the Manson family group.
Yeah.
So yeah, with today's news, I imagine fever will grow for that movie a little bit.
Maybe it will depend because how much because originally that was the story, but since then it's backtrack. It's like no, it's going to be stories
It's-
about 69.
It's with her as a featuring character, but
Yeah.
with that stuff going on in the background. So
Mm.
it will be mentioned, and there'll be
Oh, yeah,
stuff about it
definitely.
in there. But it's not a film about Charles Manson.
While we're on the subject of people passing today,
Go on.
the actor Earl Heyman, I think that's how it's pronounced. The guy, famous for voicing the character Panthro from Thundercats.
Oh wow.
He passed away today as well.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, so I just thought I'd drop that in there. A little honourable mention to
Or
one of the
not
greatest cartoon
famous.
characters of the 80s.
Lost his last of his 9 lives. didn't he?
Indeed, he did. Slung his nunchuckers. And yeah,
So
so honourable mention there.
how'd he die?
I old age, I'm presuming. I don't know, in honesty.
Wasn't pancreatic cancer.
No, he
Sorry.
crashed a tank that's in the shape of a big...
Yeah,
Cat.
big fuck off. Yeah.
Sorry, that's really bad taste. I apologise.
It's probably how he wanted to go out, though. So
Yeah. What? Pancreatic cancer?
Oh, sorry, no,
Or
I
the
thought you
tank.
meant the tank. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like, best death in cinema history, King Kong. Yeah, who wouldn't want to stand on top of a building and
Get shot by biplanes.
and just twat them with your paw? Yeah.
Are you covering any more trailers?
And yeah, we'll do in a minute.
So I will keep quiet then, because there's another one.
Paul,
Yeah.
don't interrupt.
I'm not going to interrupt him. Go for it.
Right, Westworld Season 2 is finally being mentioned. Ross, that'll please you.
Yeah, I like that show.
They're filming in Utah right now for Season 2, and filming is expected to last until April 2018. So there are whispers of a spring release.
We're going to go there for our honeymoon.
What, Utah?
Yeah.
You could be extras.
No, we're just going to drive around and look at it all because it's very.
You don't want to be extras?
No.
I'd love to be an extra.
Yeah, no.
Why would you not want to be an
Just
extra?
to wear a big Stetson.
Yeah, on anything.
Yeah,
Just to be in something.
leather
Get tried
chaps
my
and a
Ed
Stetson.
Harris, yeah.
Have you ever seen Extras starring Ricky Gervais?
I've not seen
No,
that
it's
show.
Ricky
You
No.
need to
Gervais.
watch that so that you know what it's like being on the set.
It's
an
usually
extra.
quite boring.
Right, and then a quick couple of bits. How to Train Your Dragon 3 is coming, which is good.
I haven't seen the second one.
Have you
read
not?
The first one.
Yeah, you should watch the second one as well. It's good. It's world building, which is nice. Star Wars, The Last Jedi.
Yeah, it's coming out.
Yeah, we've had a confirmed runtime of 150 minutes.
I am going to
alright.
see it on the 15th at 10:30.
15th of December.
Yep.
Do you want to help me build a shed the next day?
Possibly.
Cool. I'll talk to you about that off air. And then Prince Charming movie coming from Disney. Nobody cares about that, do they?
No.
Terminator.
Oh, well, hang on. It might be good though, because is it Disney Animation Studios doing it?
Well, it's live action.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah. Terminator.
Which
Bill-
one now?
This is
The new one.
Terminator. This is the new Terminator 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
camera
right, yeah.
behind it.
So with Sarah Connor being played by
Linda Hamilton again.
Linda Hamilton, that's the one. And Arnie, of course, back on board. And
I tell you, Arnie news I'm annoyed about.
go
I
on.
didn't realise Predator had a one-day only cinema release this year.
Yeah.
I loved. It's one of my favourite films ever. It's fucking.
I know somebody that went to
film.
see it in Newport.
Oh, I'm gutted.
Yeah,
I
I
would've
saw
gone.
people queuing.
People were queuing for it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, not a massive queue, but yeah, so many. You could just tell what film they were going to go see. But
Cool.
yeah, they did.
Why were they dressed as
middle-aged
predators?
men?
Oh, that'd be cool.
All in cosplay.
That would have been awesome.
Anyway. Yeah, so Terminator, the new movie, is going to be rewritten, it said in the piece that I was reading, which suggests that the script's already been written once, but it's been rewritten by this chap anyway that did Captain Phillips and the Hunger Games, Billy Ray, if that means anything to anyone.
Was a preacher's son.
Could have been.
Went on to become a scriptwriter.
Hitman TV series?
Don't care.
What about if it's written by the guy that wrote John Wick?
No.
I'd rather it was John Wick's TV series
That's happening anyway.
than
Do we need Hitman then if John Wick TV series is happening?
They could
Why do we
cross
need a
over.
bold, boring John Wick?
Yeah.
Is he that bold and that boring?
Yes.
He's definitely very bald. Yeah.
Mm.
Boring. I don't
It's
know
just
enough about it.
It's
so
just
I'm
a property
guessing so.
that's been handled badly in the past, surely.
Does it have a backstory?
Yeah.
They can't even consistently make good video games of it.
No? When was the
No.
last time there was a good one?
The last one was pretty good, but
Yeah.
they've been a bit up and downy.
Fair enough. And, well, that's about it for news, really.
Ooh. Well, there's a trailer.
But trailers.
Yes. Oh, right. Okay. Go on.
A Wrinkle in Time, there was a trailer for that, which is Disney's next sort of children's movie based on a book. Anyone care?
I'll just say it's nice that they're actually doing a live action film that isn't based on one of their animated films.
Yeah, true.
That's it.
It looks alright. Go and have a look at the trailer.
Might.
It's linked below. It's coming out on the 23rd of March 2018. The Dwayne Johnson Rampage trailer
was
that
real.
we saw a pirated copy earlier in the week, and they've since released the HD version. So
It
Yeah.
looks hilarious.
That's out and about.
Doesn't it?
it looks great. I'm gonna go and see
Yeah,
this.
it's a popcorn thing. I'm a bit disappointed because it's based on the actual 80s video game, and this looks a hell of a lot more serious than the video game was. Video game literally was kind of a spoof of the whole
It was a
Godzilla,
B-movie
King Kong
genre
stuff.
You say
spoof, wasn't it? Yeah.
you
Yeah.
say serious, but there's some humour implied.
Yeah, but it's not going to be any of these creatures suddenly turn into humans and then one of their fellow creatures suddenly deciding to
If
eat
you
them. You know.
haven't seen it, watch San Andreas because it'll give you a really good indication of where this movie's going to go.
Same director, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
the same movie, isn't it?
Yeah, but with creatures now.
There's as many helicopters in it.
And without his daughter. Sorry. I just really liked...
Andrea Daddario or whatever her name
Yeah,
is
yeah,
from,
yeah.
She's in Baywatch and True Crime. No, not
yeah,
True
she's...
Crime,
I mean, yeah.
True Detective.
The reason I guess why we thought it was a fake trailer as well is because he's wearing the same bloody clothes that he wears in Jumanji. When the trailer opens, I thought it was a Jumanji trailer.
Yeah, but The Rock can only wear a skin-tight T-shirt. That's all he's allowed to wear because he's just a hench.
It's like the cargo shorts and stuff as well, though.
He's just brilliant in everything he's in.
Yes. We'll see how this turns out. I'm looking forward to it. As I say. Oh, yeah. And, yeah, I think it's quite self-aware, this
It's got
movie.
The Rock in it. Every movie The Rock is in is self-aware. That's why he's the best thing in it.
It's coming out on 4/20, if that helps.
April.
Does nobody know what
Yeah,
the 20th of April is?
No.
It's Smoke Weed
Well, we know what
Day.
the 20th of April is,
that.
but 420.
Yeah, that's what they
Just
call
a
it.
series of numbers.
We'd call that 24.
Yeah, but we don't, because it's an
2004.
American thing where cannabis is legal. Well, it's not. It's a celebration
Certain
of cannabis
states.
across the...
It's pretty much legal.
Yeah,
It's
only
way
'cause the
more
police-
legal than it is over here.
So, yeah. It's coming out on the USA's National Celebration of Cannabis Day
Cool.
next year. The Greatest Showman, that got a trailer as well.
What's that then?
Hugh Jackman, yeah. It's another musical.
I've lost interest.
It's based on a guy called P.T. Barnum. He was an American politician and showman, remembered for apparently promoting celebrated hoaxes and founding the Barnum Bailey Circus. Quite a big name, like famous old school name in America. But yeah, the film looks like it's a big, colourful, triumphant masterpiece of a musical, if you like
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
No.
It's no surprise Hugh Jackman's in it. He's a massive fan of musicals. He was in a few before he became big.
He was very good in Les Mis, I thought.
No, I watched it. It's got immeasurableness in it. I was sure he'll be good because that's the kind of role he's good at. I thought he was perfectly cast in The Prestige. He's that type of showman as an actor.
Yeah.
So, I think if you like musicals, well, providing it's well written, but him as, I'll say, an entertainer, yeah, it'll be good.
That's out on the 20th of December. All of these trailers are linked below. And, Paul, you've got a trailer.
No, that was it. It was Rampage. I wasn't sure if you were going
It
to...
was Rampage.
Yeah, but I also saw a little snippet of the live-action Tick. Have we mentioned that one before?
Live action Tick's been out for a while.
Has it? Okay, I've totally missed
you not
the
watched it
ball
yet?
on that one. No, it's Peter Serafinowicz, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was absolutely... When the hell did that happen?
You should
So,
go and watch it. It's very, very good.
I will certainly give it a go.
It's only 6 episodes, I think, if I remember rightly.
Cool.
Amazon.
Yeah, got a lot of time for Peter. He's all
Amazon are
right.
producing some good stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
They've got a TV show called Future Man that I'm intending to watch this week.
Future Man.
Or is it Future Man?
Who knows?
Who knows? But yeah,
Sure, they'll tell us.
I told you about it on the podcast a few weeks back. It's the one about a kid who
Grows up to be a
massive-
man.
He's a massive gamer, and there's one particular game that he plays all the time, and somebody comes back from the future and says, hey, this game has just been a test this whole time. You're the world's best. Now you've got to come and fight the actual war.
Oh, so
it's
like...
it's Last Starfighter.
Last
Starfighter, yeah.
Meets Ender's Game.
Yeah, exactly more. But it's a comedy, and not a serious piece of garbage, which Ender's Game was. I didn't like it at all.
Last
Fantastic
Starfighter is
book.
fantastic.
Such
Yeah?
a good book. Yeah.
Okay. Better than Ready Player One?
Different.
Different, okay.
A
fair
better piece of in another 30 years' time, Ender's Game will still be one of the great sci-fi books.
enough. Right, okay.
And Ready Player One might
It'll be lost when
pigeonholed into the
it
era
used
that
to be.
it came out.
It was retro and therefore popular at some point or another when people could remember what they were talking about. We'll see what the movie does. Anywho, right. So that's the show, I think. Shall we let's wrap up?
Yes, please.
John, is there anywhere particular we can find you on the internet?
Facebook?
Just your Facebook profile.
Yeah, I've got nothing special.
Okay. You don't use Instagram or anything like that?
I do. I'm trying to remember what my name is on it. I do use it. I've just followed one person and now I've got a few. But basically, yeah, just Facebook. Check me
enough.
out there.
You can always send us a link to your Instagram tomorrow and we can link it below if you want. Are you on PlayStation Network or anything like that? You're a gamer?
Oh, I'm a gamer, but I'm a loner, so
Okay.
no.
Fair enough. Paul.
Oh, the usual.
Come on, where can we track you down? Come
Rocket
on.
Punch Collectables and Curiosity Collectables. On eBay, friendly old eBay. It's great at this time of year.
Bay of Ease.
Yeah, that's the one. So yeah, have a little
Good luck going to the post office.
Yeah, he's
Time of year.
crazy.
Oh, God.
Nightmare this morning, but hey, living the
tip,
dream. It's all
just go
about
to
living
the
the
front.
dream. And yeah, you'll find us on Facebook as well. Same names. Loitering around on there. Lots of stuff coming to the shop very soon. Ross, where are you?
Sat on a beanbag right now with a bad back.
Yeah, that's why I didn't
He's
do
still
it.
playing Fortnite.
Yep, still fantastic game.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah, I'm just playing that game non-stop. Literally. There's nothing else. I
As
just
in,
cannot stop playing it.
It's painful
just,
for you to be here because you want to go back home
No,
and
I
play
do
Fortnite.
just think. I know. You know when a game's good is when you start watching videos of other people playing it on your lunch break.
Oh, God.
I haven't done that
Wow.
since Company of Heroes. Yeah, it is just so good.
Fair enough.
Fantastic game.
Cool.
None of this bullshit leveling up and crap. Like everyone's equal. There's no you can't have like you can't unlock things that make your character better than everyone else's. So you all jump out of the bus and it's
So pure skill based.
yeah, you get a bit of luck of like where you choose to land depends on what weapons are there because they're not the same. The loot drops around them.
But that's still
So you can
strategic,
go to-
isn't it? So it's still down to skill.
And it's fantastic. It's brilliant playing it in squads. It's really hard playing it solo, and it's really good fun playing it in duos as well.
Fair. Coolio. Your YouTube, your PlayStation handle?
It's just rosscobaby.
Find him, people, and
Shoot me with a sniper rifle.
smack him
from
with an
across the
ultimate
map.
sniper rifle.
Or a tank that's in the shape of a Thundercat.
Or hit him with a
Yep.
saucepan if that's what you're given at the start of the game. You don't get him, dear. Do you get any melee weapons?
Yeah, you start with a pickaxe.
Pickaxe.
Yeah.
So no saucepan.
No saucepans. That's a shame.
No.
Shame.
You know why I keep saying that?
Bottom. I've been watching a lot of Bottom recently. They use saucepan quite a
No.
lot as a melee weapon.
Because it's a joke in the original Battle Royale movie.
Yeah, I think PlayerUnknown Battleground, which is the game that spawned Fortnite, they finally patched a melee weapon, and it is a saucepan.
Right, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
In Battle Royale, all the other kids have got like fucking awesome weapons and stuff. One of them's got a torch and that one's got a saucepan, and he's like, just fuck this. Really pissed off.
Kill someone with it.
Sorry?
Could kill someone with it.
You could, and you could then cook them afterwards. Yeah.
Well, you need a knife, but yeah.
Just put a hand in.
Well, just kill somebody with a knife and then use their knife.
You could sharpen the edge of your saucepan.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a rock.
Yeah.
That's not
And-
a knife. Oh, you know knifey spoony.
You played Knifey Spoony before. Anyway, right, yeah, and me. You can find me editing this podcast and hanging out on the SNEW the Crew podcast page. If you would like to come on the show as a guest, or you have any recommendations or anything for our Just Another Retrocast podcast, or any questions or anything like that, then write in. What's it? podcast@snewnetwork.com.
Yeah, or the SNEWnetwork.com.
Or the
They
SNEW.
both are involved.
Yeah. We've got both domain names.
What's our PO box?
We haven't got one yet.
Oh, we need to get one.
Yeah, but people all...
Send in
They'll
your
s-
questions recorded on VHS to PO Box.
Yep.
London, SW1, PO Box 14.
They'll just send us anthrax. You know. Honourable
Better than
mention...
nothing.
Can you
True.
not sell that on eBay?
What, anthrax?
Mm.
Well, you'd know.
I'll give it a go.
Honourable mentions, of course, for Libsyn and
Oh,
Stitcher
how are they?
for hosting our podcast.
I've not spoke to them all week.
Well, they've created massive, super huge gorillas, lizards, and wolves for a specific
They
movie.
do that every
Yeah, they
November.
were going to use
Wolves.
CGI, but they paid Libsyn and Stitcher to just grow them in a laboratory.
They do that every November, just before Christmas.
Can we just one? I've just made me. I've got to talk about this. One little bit of completely off-topic news.
Go on.
Tesla announced their new car this week.
Yeah,
didn't
they did.
And it's a follow-up. It's the sequel to the Roadster. So it's the two-seater. Well, it's not two-seater. It's 2+2. This one, but like the soft-top sports car.
Okay.
It does 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds.
Wow.
It's just the fastest car in the world now.
You know what they got in the engine, don't you? It's part Libsyn. And
Part Stitcher.
Yeah.
But
And
they've
that's
also
all it
done
is.
They've also built their first truck as well.
I saw that, yeah.
So they're doing a truck.
Electric trucks.
They missed a trick though when they brought it out on stage, that the sports car didn't come out the back of the truck.
Oh, Jesus, that would have been amazing.
What was
wouldn't
that game called? Spy Hunter.
Spy Hunter. Oh, well, reference
Night
to
Rider.
Knight Rider.
Night
yeah.
Rider, of course, yeah. Silly me. Anyway, yeah, so me, you can find my my music page, of course, Chris Quinton's Music and Things, on Facebook. Go and have a look there for some stuff that I've recorded, if I get some stuff on there. There is something on there to look around, and you'll find adverts for my open mic night, which I do every single Thursday at the Vectis Tavern.
It's just
in
Chris
Cowes.
sat there opening mics,
If
showing
you- if
people
you
how
fancy
they
it,
work.
Come along. If you play guitar or sing or anything like that, come and see me. You'll have a good night. That's about it, guys. You've been a listener. We've been SNEW with the crew. Say goodbye, guys.
Cheers, goodbye.
Merry
Bye.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I thought I'd get in there quick.
That's a bit bloody early.
Yeah, it's before all the other
I suppose
podcasts, isn't it?
they-
We're on the cutting edge here.
They could be listening.
We're on the
Say
cutting
it in
edge.
January next time.
They could be listening to this podcast at Christmas, I suppose. Who
Who's
knows?
that?
If you are, then enjoy your turkey
Oh, stuffing.
and your crackers.